Yo, so what is good, people? This is your boy Dion Cruz, and I am frozen. I see. See, this is why I do not be playing that intro in the beginning. So, what is good? What's up to everybody in the chat? Hey, Trina. Hey, Kaya. Hey, everybody that was here first. Okay, I'm there. Okay, that's amazing. All right, so from the top, let me go back to the top. Let me go to the top. Yo, I almost accidentally canceled this live because it's been a good weekend it hasn't been a good weekend, but I made the best of it after everything that's been going on. I kind of, took the day off from the blog and just took a mental health day, and it was much needed because I feel great. Besides the fact that I'm tired as hell. Hello, everybody. So I am. I'm surprised you came on. Leave me alone. So I am. I actually loved the episode this week. It was actually exciting. I think I should go live at 11 sometimes. I don't know. You guys tell me because I kind of want to watch the episode twice. I only got to watch it one time this time, so I didn't really like that. I didn't really catch up on everything I needed to catch up on. Like I got a few things going on. That is what the night is about. The night is about that bird and why that bird is always around, as well as Ashley's son. So, see, I don't even have all my pictures. What did I do with my housewife pictures? Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second, because I deleted my folder with all my housewife pictures. Bam. How's everybody doing? Oh, another thing I wanted to do, I wanted to ask you like some basically like some surface questions about the cast, things that everyday situations and how who on the cast would you pick? Like for example, oh my God, see that's a mess. I don't want to seem like I'm not prepared, but oh my God, I didn't delete any comments on the Megan Thee Stallion video. Did you have a curse word in it? Because I do have moderators and stuff. But okay, so I am ready. I just exited out of the whole the live for a second. But let's get going. So the scene starts off with Candace and her husband because he's not her husband, but he's that man. The starts off with Candace and that man. I for some reason I just can't remember his name. I don't remember the guy's name, but her and her guy, somebody tell me his name. So her and her guy are talking about, in my notes I have house hunting, but for some reason I don't feel like they were house hunting or baby talking, but they have the same two conversations almost every week. And I kind of feel like, does Candace have nobody else to film with? Is Karen the only person she can film with? Because Chris Candace and Chris, yeah, they talk about nothing. And then Candace brings up that she is unsure about going to Monique's lake house little get together girls weekend type of trip. And I don't know why she doesn't have anything else going on, but Candace makes it seem like she is so like hurt and betrayed by Monique and how Monique is acting. And I find that mad weird because we know why Monique is acting the way Monique is acting. Because so I kind of think it's weird. So I don't know if Candace was pretending like she wasn't gonna go, or the only reason she's intimidated on going is she doesn't want the situation to come up and she doesn't want to get into that altercation with Monique on camera. So what happens next? What do I have on my notes next? So the ladies are getting ready for the trip. You have, Robin's taking forever. Um, Giselle's on the phone talking about Jamal not calling his kids. Michael and Ashley. So this is gonna play out a little later in the episode. Michael and Ashley are talking about Ashley going on the trip, but Michael is the one that's like, "Are you bringing the baby?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna bring the baby." He's like, "Cause you should bring the baby." And she's like, "Well, I was gonna bring the baby anyway." He's like, "Well, you definitely should bring the baby because you need to bring the baby, and you're a new mother, and the baby's young, and you don't need to be away from the baby." And I was like, "Damn." I mean, maybe she does need to be. Maybe she does need to be with the baby, but he was a little demanding with it. Like, I don't know, was that just me? Or was he was like kind of pushing it? It seemed like it wasn't even her idea at that point. Like it seemed like it was his idea for her to bring the baby along on this girls' trip. Now we've seen girls' trips play out really bad in other shows where it's like you're bringing somebody else on a girls' trip. We have a problem, and they definitely had a problem with this later on. So they all meet at Monique's house. So see, I had a picture of Monique, and right before I came on the lot, I had a picture of all these ladies. I was about to call them something else. Where's my head at? But I had a picture of all these ladies, and I don't know why I deleted the folder. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that airdrop? That is me uploading another picture. So the ladies meet up at Monique's house. Of course, Robin tells Giselle about the conversation that she had with Wendy regarding Karen. I'm glad I didn't mix that up because I thought I would. But yeah, so Robin tells Giselle about the conversation she had with Wendy about Karen not having sex with her husband. So of course, like that always happens. If you tell either one of them anything, it's gonna get back to whoever they were talking about because they kind of work in teams and it's kind of like equal blame, but nobody ever blames them for some reason. So Robin, I was gonna say that again. So yeah, Wendy did say that. I mean, Karen seems like she doesn't have sex, and that there's probably cobwebs down there. But that's because Karen has been like ignoring her and acting like she doesn't know her when they work on the same board. How do you work on the same board as someone and you don't know them? But that's how she's been putting on, and she doesn't like that. And I think that's kind of a little passive aggressive myself. I don't know why Karen is doing that to her. But of course, as they are on in the car going to the lake house, she tells Karen, and Karen's like, I'm going to hold it out. I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to judge Wendy for myself. I'm going to see, what Wendy's about. And I think that's bigger, Karen. I think she didn't say anything like too dirty about her. She didn't say like F her or nothing like that. I think everybody should do that. I think they should all like be wary when they get information from Robin and Giselle. And for the people in the chat, because somebody hit me in my DMs, they were like, "Why don't you like Giselle?" I don't have a problem with Giselle. I like everybody on the cast. I don't hate anybody. I just think Giselle a little messy, and she doesn't really bring anything to the show but a guy every season. But I mean, that's nothing I hate. But so they finally get there. They're all like, they give the grand dam doesn't do a damn thing, whatever Sri said. They give her the master, well, not the master, but the second biggest room. Of course, Monique has the master. Giselle and Robin room together like the Green Eye Bandits they are. And Candace finally shows up like we all knew she would because she's on the show and she needs to get these views like the other lady needs to get these views. So that's why she showed up. Who didn't think Candace was going to show up? Of course Candace showed up. And Wendy shows up. Wendy looks great. I like Wendy. I like when Wendy pops on the scene because Wendy seems like a viewer. Wendy seems like me and you if we were like on the set and we're hearing the things they're saying to each other and we just have that face because every time you see Wendy, she's just giving you like reaction. Like she's giving you my reactions and this picture over there. Like I'm all someone said my reactions tell everything. That's what Wendy is right now. So the ladies eventually show up, and yeah, like I said, T'Challa is there too. Why is T'Challa always around? Yeah, what she said. Why is T'Challa always around? I think that is the bigger problem. Monique has a weird obsession with that bird. Does nobody see that but me? Why is that bird always there? Why does she talk to that bird like? I mean, I don't know if birds are like smart, like like dolphins. Why does she talk to that bird like it's her newborn baby? Like why do I see the bird more than her newborn baby? Does anybody else find that weird? So yeah, the bird's there. The bird is there. The bird is around. The bird shits while they're like on their way to the trip. So I don't like the bird. I completely agree. Another thing, when Candace got there, she asked the ladies, she asked Monique if this was gonna be like a swimming situation. And Monique is like, yeah, I have a pool. I got all that. I got 5 houses. And Candace is like, damn, I'm kind of like hairy down there. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but this was like a moment on the show, so I don't know why they talked about it. She was like, I'm a little hairy down there. It's not gonna happen. And she's going around asking people for a wax because Monique offered her a razor, and she was like, I don't razor. We wax. So they toasted 2 vaginas, and that's when Ashley arrived with her nanny. Now, I don't know why Ashley has a nanny. I don't know why she's on the trip with the nanny. And I guess that's what Wendy doesn't understand either. Why is she on the trip with the nanny and the kid? Okay, I could understand the kid. You want to bring your newborn, but then why the nanny? And then you guys are probably in the chat saying like the nanny is going to take care of the baby so she could be with the kids. But maybe you should have stayed home until you're more comfortable leaving your newborn behind. So I think I'm gonna play the video where Wendy and Ashley get into it over the kid because I want to see who you guys agree with. Well, it's not really somebody to agree with because so yeah, that escalated really quickly. I don't know why. I kind of agree with both, like mind your business, but Ashley kind of interjected into the conversation as well. Karen was kind of like, why? And Ashley like, why do you feel away? And she's like, it went left. It did go left really quickly, and I do agree. Like that could have triggered her. I'm not a mother, so I can't say, but it could have triggered her. Like, damn, like her baby, she got her baby. I miss my baby. Like my baby's new too. Like maybe my baby wants to be with. And then when Ashley's like, well, just because you want to be away from your baby, like that's when I feel like it went left because like she's not away from her kid by choice. She's away from her kid to be on this trip because she's on this show with you ladies. And she did everything, she could to accommodate herself to be on that trip. But she also was doing a little much. And I see this early on. They're kind of pointing her as aggressive, like they kind of did with Candace, but Candace was a little like too much sometimes. But they like made that seem like a really aggressive moment, and it was okay. It wasn't hostile to me. It was minor. It was real mid to me anyway. Well, anyway, so they go back to their rooms. she kind of explains the situation a little more to Monique. Wendy explains the situation a little more to Monique, how she felt, how she like prepared, how she got like the breast milk ready, how she had all these arrangements to get ready for this trip so she could actually be with the ladies and be present. So I mean, that's when I kind of understood more. Um, it all leads up to this little table round sitting they do, and that's kind of what I like the most about this show. I love when they do these little sit together when they have all the cast members there actually talking about something. And I actually thought it was somewhere else. I thought it was actually like a diner or at like a restaurant or something. So that just showed you how like how balling Monique is with her 5 homes. Like that setting was, oh my god, I didn't even know I had this blunt in my pocket. That setting was magnificent. So they all sit down, and that's when everything, everything pops off at the sit downs. I don't know what happened first because my mind be all over the place, and it was like the last 10 minutes, and I didn't get to see that part again. But so the last 10 minutes, of course, Karen gives Wendy the chance to say, what do you have to say about me? What I've been hearing that you have anything to say. What is it that you have to say? And Wendy basically explains that every time I'm around you, there's something, there's something going on. There's some tension going on. I'm not feeling it. And Karen's basically like, I don't know you. I wish they brought up the fact that there's only 5 people on the board that they sit on, so there's no possible way that she doesn't know her or see her. But they didn't bring that up. But she only brings it up in her confessionals. But I mean, that seemed like a light situation that they could cool over. I don't know why. I don't know why Karen is acting like that towards her. I did think it was funny when they started asking Candace about how she felt about when she was growing up and what? Sorry. They was asking about how she felt when she was going to college, being like a minority in college, one of the only brown girls. And they asked her, is that why she took up African American studies? And she said yes. And I thought we was actually about to get some more like background into Candace, like what she did in college and a little more of her background. So she was about to go on. And Giselle goes, is that when you got your nose job? And I was totally thrown off by that because I'm like, well, I thought it was hilarious. I'm not going to lie. But I was completely thrown off by that. And I'm pretty sure she was too because if I didn't have a nose job, why are you insinuating that I had a nose job? And I'm petty, but did she have a nose job? I can't even see when she was younger. I don't think she had a nose job because they showed a little side-by-side picture of her, and I don't know. The nose looked the same to me at the time. Who saw the episode? Who saw the side-by-side with her and her childhood picture? Because I felt like she still looked the same. But I'm not good with these nose job type situations. And usually when people have nose jobs, you can find it on the internet. Like that's one of the first things that pops up. So I thought that was out of nowhere for Giselle. But obviously they had other things to talk about. They started talking about how Wendy felt and how she prepared for the trip. And Ashley, okay, I don't know if you guys agree, but I don't know if she was going to apologize, but it seemed like she was. When Ashley's in the midst of getting her apology, she kind of like takes over, like she like demands that apology when she's already getting it, and she's like, "Well, you did this, and you were mad aggressive, and you were ferocious, and you were attacking." And she was like, "No, I wasn't. I was passionate." And that's when the infamous, "I am Dr. Wendy, get it correct, sweetie," and I don't have that. I don't know. That's the only clip I didn't delete tonight, so that is my favorite clip. But so yeah, I didn't know where that was gonna go, but Ashley was getting her apology. She didn't get her apology. Not Candace. I'm sorry. Wendy was like, I don't really feel like that noted an apology. I don't really feel like that was worthy of apology. And I mean, if she didn't feel like that, she didn't feel like that. I don't know why the lady seemed to chime in on why she needs to get the apology because Robin chimed in and said, why don't you feel like you need to apologize? I mean, you were a little aggressive. Who said that? No, Ashley doesn't let anything go, and she wanted I don't know what Ashley's thing was, but the way Ashley came off, I wouldn't have apologized either. And I'm not blaming Ashley, but when they do get into arguments and one person does maybe go a little over line, Ashley is not the victim in that situation when she's not absolutely saying nothing. She popped off too. She was the one that was just like, well, I'm not with my kid because I want to be. You're not. Like, that was a little passive aggressive, and she does those passive aggressive comments. So I see why that popped off. I mean, what do you guys think? What are you guys talking about? Ashley wants everything to be focused on her by any means, and I absolutely agree. Every time something comes up when somebody has to give her an apology, like when Candace was trying to apologize at her sip and see. I mean, what is it called for the babies? A peekaboo, a baby pop up, whatever they be doing with those babies. What is it called? I think it was called a sip and see. Oh yeah, the sip and see for Candace or Ashley, whatever. Ashley wasn't allowing Candace to apologize then, so it was like another one of those situations. And Wendy's, she has that turn up in her. I didn't think she would, but she does, and she was just basically letting her know, like, address me as Dr. Wendy. I'm all over the place because I'm all over the place. But Ashley didn't get that apology, and that's kind of how the episode ended with a be to be continued. I kind of want to find it. I kind of want to find the trailer to the next episode. I just put the link in the chat so you guys could call up and tell me what you guys thought of the episode. I thought it was a good episode. There was a lot of shady moments in the episode. Hello, Trina.
Hello, Glock. Hello, squad.
How you doing?
I'm good. I did not watch the episode, but I have thoughts on what Karen means by she doesn't know Wendy. I feel like she means I see you, but we don't know each other on a personal level. We speak, we're acquaintances, like hi, bye, but I don't, you don't know me, I don't know you. We're not in each other's business. That's what I think she mean. And in Karen's way, throwing shade too.
Yeah, but it's light though. It's light.
Yeah, it's light shade. I mean, Wendy's making a big deal about it, probably because she don't really have anything else to talk about. But I mean, it's kind of like that. What was that Sheree when she used to say, "I see you, you see me." We see each other,
yeah.
but we don't know each other. That's what I think that's about.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was a good episode though, and yeah, I think Wendy just has nothing else to talk about. Like you said, she needs some way. She needs some in with the girls, like some in with the ladies in some way, and I mean that's all she has right now.
Exactly. Hey, have you heard anything about the Married to Medicine girls are supposed to be teaming up with the Housewives of Potomac doing a crossover show?
Um, no.
Yeah, I've been hearing that, and I've been seeing pictures of Monique and Simone posted together, and Nene and Charisse.
I saw Nene and Charisse. I did see Nene and Charisse, and I like Charisse.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if you had any tea on that.
Would you be excited for that?
I don't really watch Potomac like that. I'm boycotting Bravo, remember?
I No, I have a question about. I do have one question about that, right?
Hmm.
So, okay, I don't know, like if you're boycotting it for Nene or just because of everything altogether.
Oh, I just really don't really watch Potomac unless I'm bored. That's basically it.
No, I mean Bravo. No, I mean Bravo as a whole,
Oh,
like
well,
the
yeah,
boycott
yeah.
Bravo.
Because of the DD situation, yeah.
So if Nene comes back, do you still support boycott Bravo? Like, say if Nene comes back, but Mariah doesn't come back, do you still want to boycott Bravo?
Honestly, I really don't like Mariah, so I can care less about her. If they give Nene what they want and they do the things that they said about social equality and, then yeah, I would support them. But
Hmm.
it doesn't really matter either. Or I feel like I'm not supporting Bravo if I watch the show on YouTube.
Yeah, we just watch it over here. We just talk about
Exactly. We just watch it and talk about it. But I don't see the reason of why the Married to Medicine girls would. Maybe if they all were in DC for the march, maybe that would be why they would cross over.
it. I,
Because I did see the Married to Medicine girls filming in DC this weekend.
I did see that too, and I was just kind of like, why are they filming there? But I mean,
That
it's
I
not a
think it
bad
was
thing to
because of
show.
the march they were doing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to show, but I also don't want Bravo to like. I don't want them to be like,
They want to team all the black girls together and try to show like we are there with you. Powerful.
yeah, when you're really not, like.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't want that fake. I don't want none of that fake shit. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
keep it 100.
Yeah. But that's all of I want to add. And of course you already know what I want to talk about.
One more question before you go. One more question.
Okay.
You didn't answer. If you had to, you don't even watch the show like that. But if you had to
I
pick
mean,
one,
I've only missed the last two episodes, but I watch
okay,
your live, so I feel like I know what's going on.
who is the person you are keeping with your deepest secret on the cast?
Oh,
Even when you fall out, this is a even when you fall out situation. Who are you trusting to keep that secret on the cast?
out of those girls,
Yep. Well, not the ones in the screen. All of the Potomac girls.
um, mm, I kind of want to say either Karen or Monique, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
that
Karen. I
too.
cannot stand Giselle. Robin is a follower, and Candace just is canceled. She reminds me of Candace Owens, and um,
Definitely not Candace
and
from there.
and who else is it? Ashley is just gets on my nerves. She's whiny. She gets on my nerves, and her husband is gr- creepy and grimy. He's just a weirdo. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
all
it would
that in
probably have
both.
to be Karen or Monique.
I agree with you on that one.
Because I mean, Karen keep them secrets. She never the left hand know what the right hand doing. Those girls was trying to deliver fake pizza and everything, trying to find out where she lived and all of that. And Karen was like, "No, I'm not having it."
I'm still here with it. I'm happy. Yeah, I ain't
Yeah,
getting.
you don't know if her and the Black Bill Gates are still together or not.
We really don't.
He act like he really don't like her.
Yeah, but they did do that. They did do that in the scene today. Karen's like,
Yeah.
What she said, I miss you on the phone or something, and he just went silent or something. I'm
Yes.
just like, why they doing her like that?
Like he just look at her like, what? Why? And see, that's the thing going on with when these older men marrying these young girls, and then as they get older and the young girl is not mature, and they looking at them like, what did I do? This who I'm leaving all my money to?
Oh my
Mm-mm.
god. Well, they 70 and 50.
Yeah. And 50 is still vibrant. 50 is the new 30.
70 want to sit down, maybe.
Exactly. And rock in a chair and watch, some daytime TV, some fishing channel, something like that. I
Mhm.
just don't think, Karen still want to drop it like it's hot a little bit, and her
She
little,
sound like she do. She sound like she
yeah.
do.
And Ray is like, my hips and knees not doing that.
It sound like a Nene and Greg situation, and
Exactly.
I think
At
Ray's
least
a little
Greg
older.
tries, though. Greg
Yes,
tried.
Greg, he does try. He be talking about that Viagra.
Yes, yes.
Oh my god! But yeah, I'm gonna let you go now.
Okay, good talking to you.
You too, Trina.
Bye.
Ilaka, you're next. Alaka, how are you doing?
Hey, Glock.
I'm good.
What's up, Glockers?
Wow.
How you doing? You're right.
Yeah, I was like exhausted before I came on the live, but
What were you doing that you were exhausted?
uh,
Oh, is it TMI? Is it information that we're not supposed to know?
it's a little TMI, but I took a mental health day, and
That's
I just went away from home, got
good.
away from my dog, got somebody to watch my dog, and
Oh,
got this hotel and enjoyed all the amenities and just
yeah.
sat back. And,
I
yeah.
actually love staying in hotels. I know there's people who don't like staying in hotels, but I actually really enjoy staying.
No,
I
me,
love the
me
hotel
too.
stay.
I
I
love.
love the hotel stay because I don't have to make my bed. I can get room service, but it has to be a good hotel room, not the cheap ones. That won't do. It has to be a really, really good hotel room. But yeah, the Potomac, I haven't watched it like Tina, but I always have thoughts. I always have thoughts. First, I'll start with the baby situation. I just feel like that topic is a topic that nobody should have touched on at all because there's always bound to be an argument because everybody has got different parenting styles. There's some people who just can't get away from their children, and there's some who are capable of doing that. So trying to go, oh, you've brought your baby and this, that, and the other, I think there's always bound to be some kind of, an argument that's going to be had because the moment someone speaks up and it's something that might be perceived as negative towards the other woman who also has a small baby, they will see it as though you're judging their parenting style or you're getting preferred, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like no one wins in those kind of situations because it is sensitive. It is
Mhm.
sensitive. There's no mother in this world that wants to feel like somebody is judging their parenting style or making them feel like, oh, well, you should have brought your baby. You know what I mean? So the topic I think should have not been brought up at all. And I fault the producers for that because I can bet you any money the producers probably whispered in someone's ear. Who brought it up first? Was it Wendy?
It was kind of like not really. They
Mm.
kind of asked Wendy like how she felt. Wendy brought it up. She did say like, like why is she here? No, hold on. Who was it?
Who brought
No,
it
it
up?
was Robin. It was Robin. Robin said,
Of
"What
course.
happened? What
You see?
happened? Why
You
is
see?
why isn't Michael with your baby?
Yeah,
Why isn't Michael
producer whispered in flipping annoying
always Robin?"
Robin's ear, and she, being the one half of the Green Eyed Bandits, decided, yep, I will be more than happy to carry this pot full of messy stew and I will stir it. That's literally what she did. There's always someone who the producers will whisper in their ear and say, bring this up, because then they can have a discussion. Because they know what was going to happen. They knew exactly what was going to happen. It was none of Robin's business. What
Look at
business
her.
was it for her to bring it up?
What happened? Michael's not watching Dean this weekend. You know what you were doing.
something bad happened that he couldn't wash his own. Like, what is the problem? What
Yeah.
happened? She should have turned around and said, "What happened with you? Why were you not watching your man when he was cheating on you all those years?" Because I go that low. Like, honestly, you come for me, I'll go for the jugular. Like, no, you know, mind your business. Mind your business. You know, so yeah, that was a sensitive topic. And then like Karen not knowing, doing a Mariah Carey, I don't know her. I don't know her.
I mean, how many times do they have to sit down that you have to keep saying it? You know?
That's true. That's true. But like at the end of the day, though, we don't really know what the backstory is. And again, like we know that Bravo and a lot of those reality shows, they're very notorious for bringing people in a setting where they are technically complete strangers, and trying to make it look like they kind of sort of have known each other. Let's bear in mind, they all have producers who say you have to say this, you have to say this because it's going to help with your, you know, with your side of the storyline, that sort of thing. So it might not necessarily be authentic, but that's what they need in order for them to kind of keep their check, because they've signed on the contract, right? They've signed on the dotted line. So it's part of their job. They have to come up with stuff so that some kind of conversation can be had, whether they come to a resolve with that particular subject being brought up, or if it gets bad and turns into some big thing, that's a whole different situation. Kind of like the Eva and Nene situation, where Eva came in going, "Oh, I've known Nene, we've been friends for so long," but technically they were not even really friends like that. You know, but they had to make it, Nene had to just go along with it. And so I think that's kind of the situation with the whole Wendy and Karen. And I'm hoping maybe they'll squash it and they'll put it past. And again, it's people who cannot seem to look past the fact that, hey, I'm just doing my job. Outside of this person technically hasn't really done anything wrong to me. Because in real life, it's easy to forget people. I'm sorry, but I have met a number of people. When you're networking a lot, you meet the same people over and you're like, "Oh, what was their name?" Oh, you maybe know their face, but you can't remember anything about them. So you do have to keep reintroducing yourself to that person. The only difference is there are no cameras. That's kind of how I see, you know, that. And then Monique having to have T'Challa with her all the time. I think it's one of those, this is just my own perspective. It could be my assumption, is it could be one of those comfort, you know, when people are given like a comfort animal of some sorts, for therapy reasons.
Oh yeah.
So it could be that.
The bird.
Yeah, it could be that. I know that doctors sometimes will subscribe, "Hey, get a dog, get this, that, and the other," and it actually has there's something therapeutic about. I don't know. I've never really read about it, but I know of that practice. Slow the video down. Slow the video down. That reminds me when a chicken actually chased me. I've been chased by a chicken when I was young. When I touched this little chick, it literally chased the heck out of me. I'll never forget. Guys, if you ever find yourself near a chicken coop and it's got little chicks, do not, and I repeat, do not try and attempt to touch any of those babies, because it will attack you and you will have to run like your life depends on it, honestly.
I kind of like how that sounds. Someone said Glock.
The slow-mo?
No, somebody in the chat said Glock block. Well, they was calling it a Glock block party.
Glock block?
But someone said I like that name. And I was like,
Okay, Glock block. Kaya, where would be? I don't know. Maybe you might be curious to try and touch the chick. Some people we like, there's people who can't help but touch things. They see things, they have to touch it. So they see a baby, say, "Oh, let me touch the little baby chick." Next thing you know, you're getting scratched all over the face by the hen. You know?
I hate birds, so I'm not touching no damn bird.
So, did you watch the episode?
Hey.
I'm watching it now. I dozed off on it. You know, I told you I took like a day to myself. I do have a question though. I'm a mom, so I know you guys said that, you know, it was a sensitive subject as far as her bringing her baby and all that. But has anybody noticed that every scene that Ashley is in, that damn baby is right there? Every scene, the baby's there. Like, I get it, you're a new mom, but hell, Monique, she got a baby. Wendy got a baby. but this Dean is in every scene. She arguing with Dean, with the women. Like, the baby is just like an accessory at this point.
No, it's not just that. Ashley has a
Every
problem
scene.
bringing people on trips, period, that are supposed to be for the girls.
Exactly, because exactly, you have a baby there, so out of respect, even though it's a baby, you're not gonna speak how you really want to speak, and you can't be yourself and free. That's just like when she brought her weird husband. So now she doing it with her son.
Do you think she's trying to like compensate? She's overcompensating, in the sense that, like, because of her situation being questioned, a lot of people question her marriage, in the sense that, like, they say, okay, sugar daddy. People have come up with different narrations of what her actual arrangement is with Michael. In terms of, yes, it's a legitimate marriage, but like it's a marriage of convenience more like anything else. And so, do you think her carrying the baby with her is a way of trying to like go, I am a mom, you see, I've got a baby with this man, and it's kind of like her overcompensating maybe?
No, I mean, even a fool can see that, hello, that's not like a loving relationship. Look, remember they went shopping in the store, how he was speaking to her? Like, he's always coming at her sideways. And then again, we all know he continues to embarrass her in the public. So what do you have to overcompensate with, honey? We see the truth for what it is because it comes out. What's done in the dark comes in the light. We know he likes men. He likes to have a good old time. Let him have it. But live your truth. I don't know why she brings that baby around. I think she brings the baby around because if you get into it with somebody, nobody really gonna curse you out if you got a baby with you.
True.
Seriously. So I'm starting to think that's why she bring the baby, because okay, if I bring the baby, if I get into it with these women, they're not gonna say nothing crazy to me. Well, she never met me, because I'm like, as soon as that baby go to bed, hey, it is what it is. Because that baby cannot protect you for that mouth. That's it. She brings the shield. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what she's doing now, because seriously, have you noticed that they have not really went in on her like they used to, because she has that baby in every scene. So they're like, okay, we're not going to curse her out yet. We're just going to wait because she got the baby. She got the baby.
That's what being pregnant is for. Like, you get that protection when you're pregnant. Once you have the baby, like, you got to, okay.
But that's what you got to I'm telling you, next week, the baby going to be in every scene with her again. She has that baby in and it don't even be scenes. The baby shouldn't even be there. It's like when she again, perfect example. She had to go meet up with Candace so they can discuss how they're gonna move forward, this and that. She brought the baby, of course, brought that big ass stroller. People can't even get past to go to their tables because I'm like, what are you doing, girl? Come on.
Excuse
me.
No.
Also, do you think it was? I don't know if you guys seen the scene. Well, you didn't see the scene. I don't know if you've seen the scene yet. But when they were talking, Ashley and Michael, it didn't seem like it was 100% Ashley's decision to bring the baby. It seemed like Michael was like, you need to bring the baby. You're a new mom. Bring the baby. The baby doesn't need to be away from his mom for 3 days.
I think he might have a part to do with that as well, because you remember before in previous seasons he would delay in them trying for a baby because he would say he didn't want her to end up being like her mom, and so I think he might be projecting what he doesn't want to happen in terms of how Ashley is going to be to the child, and doesn't want the child, Ashley to be to the child as Ashley's mom was to Ashley.
But you don't want to smother your child also.
True, but
you don't. Separation's good.
That kind of pressure on her, I think she kind of feels like she's got no choice, because I feel like in that relationship, I don't think she's really in control of anything.
Oh, she's not. We know that. She's not.
Including taking
exactly, Reese.
I agree,
Reese. He wanted the baby to go so he can go to the club with the guys and hang out.
But they have a nanny too, though. They have a nanny. So it's like,
and then she tried to deflect that when Wendy was like, "You have a nanny." She's like, "That's my best friend, girl. It's the damn nanny. Come on, like, come on. Let's not do this.
Your best friend come and babysit. What kind of best friend is that to come babysit for you?
No, that's just Ashley's way of deflecting and trying to tone it down a little bit. That's the damn nanny.
Oh gosh.
Okay,
and I don't like that bird. And I don't know why that bird is in every scene also.
Me neither. I don't know. But let's go to the sit down.
But this is the one I
I mean, she worked hard for that degree.
Right.
She did.
It's
She should be able
But
to
why
say
is she
that.
so angry at Ashley though? I'm confused by that.
I think it's the comments about the child thing, isn't it? That's what started the whole thing.
I think it's a mix of Ashley just doesn't back down. So even if you are,
You're frozen,
like I said,
Glock.
huh?
You're frozen.
That's fine.
Okay. What were we saying?
Somebody's speaking with no lips moving.
I was all right. But I'll catch up. It's still not. Yeah, it's almost.
There you go. Yep.
Okay. There you go.
You caught up.
So why is Wendy's? I just don't understand the segue. Why is Wendy so mad at Ashley?
Well, no, like I was just saying, I just think that I do think she was a little turned up, but it wasn't that serious. And I just think that Ashley is defensive as well. So it's like you're trying to be a little more compassionate, I guess. She wasn't gonna apologize, I don't think. But you're trying to be a little more compassionate, and then here's Ashley like, well, you was mad aggressive with me anyway. You shouldn't have been that aggressive. You was barking down my throat. Like, okay, then you're gonna be like, okay, bitch, you don't even need the apology. Like, back up or off me. Like, at that point, you're gonna be like, okay, I don't feel like yeah. Like, what are you doing? Why are you laughing?
Honestly, I would find myself going, oh, okay, you know what? I'm not sorry. Bye. Like, you know,
one of those situations.
I apologize, but you're not making it easy, so I take it back. You know,
something else I didn't get. If Candace, I be thinking, Glock. Something else I didn't get is if Candace introduced Wendy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Candace introduced Wendy to the girls. If so, that's her segue into the group. Mm-hmm. So we're thinking they have, I guess, or whatever they're tied or whatnot. So if they're cool and they have a backstory, what would be the purpose of Wendy meeting up with dumb Robin and then going back and telling Robin, oh, Candace said that such and such was a green-eyed monster and this, not a green-eyed monster, but said she was a monster and this and that. If that's your friend, why would you not just keep it to yourself?
But
it's
Wendy has been out with
because the introduction into the show is inauthentic. It's because, like I said, they do this thing where they have to use somebody to bring them into the show so that it seems more organic when in fact it isn't. And Candace did say in the confessional, oh, I met Wendy at an event. Meeting someone at an event does not make them a friend, nor does it even make them an acquaintance. It just makes them someone that you happen to just see at an event. You know what I mean? So you just know of them from an event, but they're not even an acquaintance at that level yet. And so it just so happened they say, yeah, that's the one that auditioned and made the cut, because we know they audition a lot of people. And so she made the cut and they quote unquote supposedly met at an event. But I don't think there's a real friendship there at all. I don't think. I wouldn't even be surprised in time if they clashed at some point, because Ashley acts not Ashley, what's her name? Candace acts very entitled, whereas Wendy, on the other hand, is all about the grind, you know? So I think they might clash at some point, to be honest.
Yeah, I think she kind of wants to mesh well with Giselle and Robin. I think she wants to fit in with that circle, that triangle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna pan out well. At one point or another, the Green Eyed Bandits, they were called the Green Eyed Bandits for a reason, not just because of the green eyes, but because they are green with envy all the time. And people who are like that will turn on you at the click of a finger. So I wouldn't trust being around them.
Robin to watch her back. You know, she can't think for herself. So Giselle will go against her too.
So for my question, who are you guys trusting with your darkest secret?
Oh, Karen,
yeah.
Karen, she an OG. She don't say nothing. Don't forget, Karen knew Giselle before all this started. And I know for a fact, she has a bunch of dirt on Giselle. Yeah. I know she does. She just don't go as low as the gutter Giselle does. I mean, Karen, today she called her out, but that's the truth. That's not like going low. That's just a fact. How do you go back to a man that cheated on you with everybody? Not everybody, but the congregation. And that's cool. How do you go back to a man that cheated on you with people in the congregation? Like, how do you trust somebody like that?
How does it feel, or something like that? How does it feel?
Giselle was like,
I'll answer that.
She was like, thank you for noticing. Thank you for asking. I'm like, yeah, get her ass together because Giselle's so quick to stir the pot. So quick.
Yeah, she definitely would have did it to somebody else.
That's the problem. Giselle always wants to act like her poo doesn't stink, and she forgets, you know. So at the end of the day, you too, your poo stinks as well. So don't try it with other people. Try, you know, reveal things of other people when you yourself, your home is not intact.
But I have another question. Where does Candace work at? Has anybody found out since last week?
She's still selling wigs.
I don't think so, Alaka. Like, what does she do for like a job? Because she acts like she's so busy with Chris and it. Well, what? Okay, something else I didn't understand with the segue, and I know I've binge watched this to catch up. Why are they looking for a new home? I didn't understand that either.
Oh, it's the mother's house.
So was that?
But she moved.
That was what they were talking about in the beginning of the episode, right?
Yeah, but why are they moving out? Her mom doesn't live there no more, and they're paying the mortgage themselves.
I'm like, that could not be right. They could not be house hunting again. I feel like
it doesn't make sense.
They were just house hunting. I feel like they just owned their house, or like so they bought their house. So I'm just like,
I don't understand that. I don't know.
The one that the mom was in, they bought her out, right?
Yeah, so they own the house together on their own. So I don't understand why they're buying a new house. It doesn't make sense.
Are they looking to sell the one they're in so that they can buy one where they don't have those memories? Is that what it is?
Well, maybe they actually didn't buy the mother out, and now they want to buy something they actually own because she still owns that.
Oh. But I thought she didn't own that anymore. Oh no.
Candace, remember at the reunion, she was like, my mom doesn't pay the bills or my mom doesn't own that home, and she was like, I don't. Remember Candace's mom was at the reunion?
I feel like I need to pull that back up for Hulu. This is crazy.
Nah, Candace's mom is a funny one. Candace's sister seemed like the one that should be on the show. I just don't.
She don't take nothing. She don't take nothing from nobody.
No,
exactly. It's just like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
I think the reason, in my opinion, maybe Candace takes so much junk or whatever, because I believe Candace's mom probably treated her like crap when she was little, because wasn't Candace born out of, was Candace the one that was born like her dad cheated on her and got Candace or something like that weird?
No. Candace, basically what happened was the parents were together, and then when they were together, before they got married, he had an affair, and then when he had an affair, that's when they had Candace's brother, which was the issue.
Oh, the brother. Okay.
Right. And then after he had the affair and had that child, she still went ahead and married him, which I thought, okay, I don't understand why you would, confine yourself in a situation that is already bad and then go and marry.
And why now?
And so when they got married, that's when they went and had Candace. And then after they had Candace, I think they divorced or whatever. And then now in I think the mom's new relationship, they had Candace's sister, isn't it? And so technically there are three of them, but they all have siblings, split three ways.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised I was able to dissect that properly.
Yeah, you see, I had it mixed up because I was like, I thought Candace was born with, like, I don't know. That's weird. Maybe I think her mom was just really, really mean to her, and maybe Candace feel like she put up with her mom's shit because she want to have that love for her, but I don't care.
I didn't know I was sharing that.
That's weird.
Why you gotta tell me I was sharing my DMs?
Why? You do this? Why? Why?
Yo, one day I am going to be mad.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna post something don't nobody need to be seeing, Glock.
Right. Well, all you can do is, like, when the live is done, you can always chop up that little bit and cut it out.
We got T in the chat. Someone said they are looking for a new home because they can't afford it. My daughter lives right next to them. Ooh.
Ooh. What?
They said Candace and what's his name? Can't.
The upkeep for the current house, and that's why they have to move into another house so that, like, costs are lower.
Oh shit! So maybe they did own it and couldn't afford it.
Right.
So why would she buy her mother out if she knows she couldn't afford the damn house? That's stupid.
Because she had to do it to save face. Because if you notice, Candace is the type of person who wants to save face, I think. So I think she needs to save face.
Why do people care what people think? I don't understand
How
that.
do they do
They
that
care
on the
too
show?
much. They care way too much about what other people think of them.
But
And
why, when we can Google everything?
we can find out all the information.
Yeah, we can find out everything. So why lie? Like, just living your truth and nobody can shame you. I tell everybody that. That's
Right.
weird.
And
That's weird.
I have been watching interviews this week, and Karen does say she is with Jamal. She says they are together. They've been together.
Wait, Giselle?
Giselle?
Oh, Giselle. I'm sorry. I said Karen.
But Giselle probably lying.
She said they've been together for 2 years. I've seen in a recent interview. She said it's been 2 years. Has it been 2
For
years
real?
since
2
Sherman?
years.
But seriously,
Has it been
how
2
can you be
years
with
since
somebody
Sherman?
long distance for 2 years that cheat on you repeatedly when y'all were together last time?
That's why I
How?
say it's just like Kenya Moore, same type situation.
That doesn't make sense.
Just
I
like
don't believe
Kenya
it.
Moore. Don't you think she gives off Kenya Moore vibes? Like literally long distance, guy that mistreats, wants to go back. I don't know what it is, constantly stirring the pot.
You know
constantly
what?
hating on
She
people.
does, because I'm like,
She messy too.
I don't really know nothing about you. Like, I don't really know.
We
Like,
don't.
what are her, like, what is a vulnerable thing about Giselle? Like, what's a vulnerable subject for Giselle? The
Her
cheating?
marriage,
Is that it? Is that it?
Jamal,
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that all we know about her?
he cheat. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the most vulnerable situation for Giselle? A man?
Yeah.
Because we don't know, she doesn't let us in enough, because she's always in other people's business. Like she deflects so much into other people's business, so much that people end up spending time focused on other people's business, and then they end up pointing the light on her. She's clever about how she does it, actually.
Yeah.
It was that one time she was getting real upset. Like she was very defensive when I'm doing air quotations, you guys can see it, but I am, when she was getting real upset about when her makeup line was being created. And I remember Karen was trying to ask her questions and she wouldn't let Karen know nothing. But I mean, let's look how far that went though. So I don't know.
Yes, I remember
I was just in Target. I did not see nothing in there.
And you know what makes me laugh? What I find fascinating about her is that she wanted everyone to respect her every hue beauty. That's what she calls it. She wanted everyone to respect that, but she is so disrespectful towards Karen trying to come up with a fragrance, saying she doesn't do the business. And again, like I said, that's why I say she gives me such Kenya vibes. So many rules apply for her to everybody else, right? Every hue beauty, like E.
No, that's what Karen calls it.
Every hue beauty.
If I was Karen, every episode I would come for Giselle neck. Every episode, I just hit her every episode.
Might as well, because she does it.
I would do it every episode. She'll be like, okay, I don't even want to film with you no more. No, babe, we filming. Every episode, I just read her to death. She would never come for nobody on that show.
You know, she's got the audacity, and I'll never, for me, where I was like, okay, she's just vile. And for me, that always stuck with me on her actual character when Monique was still new on the show, and Monique was not living in Potomac at the time. She was in the process of moving to Potomac, right? And
she made fun of her too.
Oh, so where do you live? And I think she mentioned where she lives. Like, oh, but we're in the process of moving right now, so you know, we're kind of in between homes. And she was like, oh, so you're homeless? And I'm thinking, how on earth did you get her being homeless out of her telling you that she's in the process of trying to move into Potomac? And then, because obviously Monique caught that shade, she just replied and said, no, actually, I have 4 homes, or is it 3 homes, or whatever, multiple homes anyways. And Giselle took offense and decided to run with that.
She's jealous.
About people who gaslight situations and manipulate situations. Giselle, watch her carefully. Like her and Kenya, they mirror each other, and I can't stand that kind of mentality. She basically ran with that and said Monique is going around trying to boast about how much money she has. And I'm like, are you serious?
Well, that's not even how that happened at all.
She's the type of person, I would be so frustrated if she decided to change the subject and I've got drinks in front of me. I would literally flip the table and throw the drinks. I would be that level of frustrated, because I'm like, you know what? You will not try me like that. You will not try me like that, because that's not what I said. I hate people twisting my words. And that's exactly what she did. So irritating. So I've never forgotten that about Giselle. And I've kind of watched her carefully ever since, and I've noticed there's a pattern. That's literally how she is through and through and through. You cannot tell her something and expect that she's going to tell it as it was. It's like she's got major Chinese whispers going on in her ears. Once she hears something, no, it's never going to come out the way she said.
Elaka, did you say Chinese whispers?
Yeah, you know about Chinese whispers, right?
Never in my life heard that before.
No, you know Chinese whispers, right?
No.
What?
Never heard that before.
In the chat, you know Chinese whispers, right?
Not from the chat.
Okay. Somebody in there must know what. Okay, this is what Chinese whispers is. Like, we're the three of us right now on the live right now, right? Chatting. So if we're in person, we're physically in person, like around each other. I say something in your ear, right, Kaya?
Oh, I see what you're saying. We didn't call it that though.
Oh, okay.
Go and whisper it in Glock, but by the time Glock hears it, it might not be exactly how I said it.
Yeah.
That's Chinese whispers. And so I feel Giselle has got major Chinese whispers going on in her brain because nothing ever comes out the way it was said to her. Never.
What did we used to call it though? I thought it was called telephone or something when I was growing up. I don't know.
That's what we used to say, telephone.
It was called telephone, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. We called it telephone. We didn't call it. We from the hood, like we called it telephone. I keep telling you, we're from the hood. We just grew up and read some books, man, and went to college. That's all. We called it telephone growing up.
Telephone.
You call it Chinese whispers. I'm like, what is she talking about?
City dinner.
What's your term?
Nah, that's over there.
Definitely. So is that why you got a nose job? A nose job? Yeah.
Hold on, I need to go back because see, like, where did that come from?
Oh, God, answer. I want to know. You gotta say my hole. Why y'all talking to me? Say my hole. This is you know your booty hole. Are you using your booty hole? I'm using my booty hole.
Oh.
They trying to come for Karen, but Karen been married over 20-some years, so I'm just saying. They don't have the girls don't even have a man.
Karen actually looks amazing. She's got a great body. She looks
Karen's
really good.
body has been looking.
Karen banging.
She is.
Karen look good.
You know.
And Karen can read. I like Karen. Karen, like, she fun outside the cameras.
So that nose job thing came out of nowhere because, like I said, you can't even find that on Google. Like, they're not even talking about it. So she said that's common knowledge.
Giselle has nothing going on for herself. Nothing.
She deflects because she knows that a lot of people are going to ask her about her marriage situation. You see what I mean? So she's trying to find anything she possibly can to deflect and point the light on everybody else but herself, when she is actually the biggest elephant in the room that everyone needs to talk about, since she's always messy about everybody else. So it should be her turn, to be honest, to be the point of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like I said before, at this rate, the way reality TV is going, just trash everybody who has nothing going on in real life and keep the people that has real things going on, and that's it. Because this is crazy. I don't even know why the hell Wendy and Ashley are fighting, and it's just stupid. I don't know. Ashley just needs to go tend to her baby and her fake marriage, and just it's embarrassing her booty hole because it's stupid.
It's ridiculous. Why is Ashley oversharing like that as well? Like, what's your bum hole got to do with anything? Like, come on now.
Doesn't
she could have been got sutures to take care of that.
Oh,
if it was bothering her that bad, she seriously could have surgery to get that taken care of. So I don't know. It's just weird.
Karen should talk about Ray's bachelor pad in Rockville. Ooh.
Did she talk
about
that in season 1?
Oh.
I think they spoke about that in season 1.
Ray's bachelor pad? I mean, when you get that old, are you really still a bachelor though?
That's my thing. Like, is you really
come on?
At this point, you just paying people, you just paying chicks just because you bored. Like, at this point, like, you ain't doing nothing with them. If he's cheating.
Like, he's like, I'm not being like ageist or anything, but he's like my grandfather's age. So a bachelor pad, come on.
I mean, what would they call it if he's got like a place that he keeps that's his? What
a retirement home, retirement community, right? I'm just saying. A bachelor pad? The hell is going on? That's the damn retirement community.
Yeah.
It's 70. Let me shut up. I didn't even drink tonight, so just
I'm done with y'all.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
that's possible. I just don't see it happening. If so, wow, that's a lot of effort. And then at that age, like to travel back and forth, I don't think he got it in him. He barely can make it through the house.
Do you think they're just doing like a lot of editing to make it look like their marriage is constrained right now?
I believe it. I do believe it's a lot of editing.
Yeah, it could be.
Because
I
I
do.
don't see how.
Now we know Michael don't like Ashley. That's a point. That's valid. We know Michael don't like Ashley.
Right.
He's embarrassed her like before the show came on. He keep getting caught with men. He keep doing stuff like we know he don't like her. We knew Juan didn't like Robin. He said it verbally. You know, Jamal clearly didn't like Giselle. He cheated on her with the congregation. Like these are facts. But we have not. Nobody has any facts about Karen and what's the name, Ray, whatever his name is,
And Blue Eyes.
Nobody. But everybody else, we've seen everything in black and white or in color. We've seen the facts. So to support everything, okay, I have a question. Do you believe that Chris, and Lord knows I'm not a racist person, but I don't know what it is about Candace and Chris I don't believe in their marriage. Like, I don't know. I know they're like, they had this beautiful wedding, but I'm just not buying it to me. I don't know. The relationship I'm not buying.
I mean, first of all, I actually hated her wedding dress. I didn't understand what was going on with those things. It was really ugly.
Invested enough.
And her hair, it wasn't together, her whole look. But that's her choice, you know, that's her wedding, whatever. In terms of
I'm not buying their relationship.
Why you're not buying their relationship, I think it's more so Candace's fault, because I think she tries too hard to put up airs and graces, if that makes sense. You know, she tries to come across, she thinks she's still auditioning for a pageant. I think she still thinks that she's coming out on that stage and waving her hand like like a beauty queen. I think she's still in that mindset, and that's how she's trying to kind of like give a picture of her relationship, which obviously
Royal got the tea. I'm just saying.
You know, so because I think he seems natural to me. He seems really natural to me.
Their relationship seems weird.
The wedding like a nice banquet.
But the relationship, before they were married, their relationship just seems like, I don't know. I just don't think it's authentic. I don't think it's organic. That's my opinion. I don't see it
too much. I feel like there's something off. Like I think she tries too much, and I think like when the cameras are off, I think Chris experiences a different Candace. To be honest,
they still using condoms.
Yeah.
Kimiko is like being like powerful, like so. In the inside.
How many? And he has previous children, right?
3.
Yes. Got,
what?
3. Yes.
Yeah. There's nothing he could have said to me. Nothing.
And everything.
Nothing he could have said to me. Nothing. Not for no damn directions. Nothing. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they addressed that like in season when she came in, whatever season she came in. They actually addressed that. They spoke about it, and they spoke about this strange relationship that I think he had with the baby mamas, which was causing him not to see his children, and so that was an issue for him. Something like that, something along those lines. Yeah.
Since Candace has nothing going on though, like why don't they show that side of her being like this stepmom or something? Because she literally has nothing going on.
That would have definitely been more value than her constantly arguing about her mom and her not getting her fair share of what technically she doesn't really deserve, because technically she hasn't really earned it anyways, and she's just giving us gratitude. So
not gratitude.
But I thought Candace had was a trust fund baby anyway though.
Huh?
I thought
Candace was a trust fund baby.
Tries to act like she is a trust fund baby. Again, like I said, I think she tries too hard to put up a lot of airs and graces, and I think that's what makes her relationship with Chris seem a little bit off, because she is not being natural the way he's being natural. Do you see what I mean? And I think if she was to present her on, if she were to just be a natural and not try to pretend otherwise, I think people would see something different.
I don't know. I'm not buying the whole Candace thing. And if he has 3 kids, what the hell are you trying to have more kids for? Like, that's enough to me. It's 4 of us, and I got mad when my parents had another one. I was like, what are y'all doing?
He probably wants a kid with his wife, you know. Oh, that's
Nina asking who's
his
biracial.
wife.
Who's Nina asking who's biracial?
I don't know
Who is biracial?
Ashley's biracial. That's the only person I know that's
I
biracial.
thought Giselle was too, and Robin.
No, Giselle and
Nah,
Robin
they
are
both-
not. They said
they
they're
both said they're
partly
not
black, but they're
biracial.
just like, even their parents are very light skinned though. So like it's very like, huh?
Somebody white in the bloodline somewhere.
Right.
That's everybody's mixed somewhere down the line. That's just how it
Way
is.
down the line. The only other really proper mixed race person that was on the show was Katie.
I liked her.
I liked her as well.
I liked her until the wigs.
Until the
wigs.
Yeah, the cheap synthetic. Yeah. They were messed up. The wigs were bad.
That was messed up for them putting her on the show like that. Like somebody.
I don't know what
she
they
like
did in the last season.
She's like a loose cannon, man.
And she didn't even show up for the reunion. That was another thing that was just like, damn, she's not even here for the reunion. Like
to confront everything that happened.
Yeah, to like be like, okay.
Oh, she lost a child. Remember, she had a miscarriage.
She lost a child?
Yeah.
She sure did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She had a miscarriage, so I think it was a very sensitive situation for her. There was loads of things going on with her.
Yeah, I know she had a custody battle.
Yeah, custody battle that was going on.
she had real stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's good. She should have stayed on the show. She had real things going on.
But they would just use that. They would just use that anyway.
Mm-mm. I think if you notice the whole cast of Potomac, apart from Candace and now what's her face, Wendy, if someone was to just look at it on face value, they would assume every woman on part of the cast, they're all mixed race because they're all really super light in complexion. Even Monique is light.
You know what? That's what I was saying. I don't like how they were trying. You didn't see the episode, but they kept saying that Wendy was being too aggressive in that scene with the over the baby argument. And you've seen the scene. I don't think it was that aggressive, and I don't want them to put that label because that's what
make her as an angry black lady.
The narrative, like, oh look, the dark black woman has come in, and look at her being aggressive.
Yeah,
but that's how I was looking.
And that's what Ashley kept saying. Like, you're too aggressive. You were being too aggressive, and I'm like, no, she wasn't. Like, you have been worse.
You way worse. So behave yourselves.
Yeah,
I had another question about this show with this episode.
We don't like this narrative that you're trying to paint, and they will actually have to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, we can make people apologize.
Dang, it was another question I had about Giselle.
Her green-eyed bandit eyes, or
no.
Her getting back with her husband, or not doing anything apart from every hue beauty as well, like similar to what's her face.
I had two more questions while you're thinking of your question.
Okay.
First of all, I want to say thank you that just sent me a Cash App, Kaya.
I don't know who that was. Continue.
And
you're annoying.
And Sabrina.
Oh,
and and Michael, thank you guys for your Cash App. I appreciate them so much. They really bring my day up.
Oh boy.
And hold on, let me finish. Don't make me laugh. Everyone's like, you always laugh and you never say this.
I like that you're always laughing. I really, really do. By the way, I think you should open a Patreon.
I don't think so yet.
Huh? No, I think it's not. Listen. Yeah?
Ask your question, Glock.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
What was my question? The first question was, okay, so you are at a nightclub and you are leaving. just hear me out. You're leaving a nightclub, and 5 women are approaching you to attack you. Which one of the housewives do you wish you had with you to help you in that situation?
To help me fight?
Monique.
Everybody in the chat answer that too. One.
Damn, to help me fight? Monique, because she let you down.
Definitely Monique.
Everybody's going with Monique. My answer is actually Robin. she
built like a linebacker.
I just think Robin gonna take more people out for me. Like
she got a strong back.
We might have more of a chance for Robin, but Monique is winning in the chat. Obviously, Monique is taking over.
Robin
Somebody
look,
said-
she'll fight though. She
somebody
just
said-
built like she'll fight.
Yeah, I think so too. I think she would run away from a fight.
But she's always running up on people, though.
But Robin don't realize her strength yet. We know her strength. We see it. She don't know it yet.
She plays sports, so I think she does know. Like I think she does know. I think she takes.
Listen, playing sports does not equal to a good fight.
I thought Monique can fight though. Can
Well, I'm
Monique
not saying
fight?
that means she could fight. I think she knows her strength, though. That's what I'm saying.
She doesn't know her strength.
But yeah, I would go with Robin. Everybody said Monique though.
Monique definitely.
Nina got Wendy though.
Wendy, she's strong looking too.
Mm.
She's strong too.
Like Wendy might say, you know what? I've got a PhD. I'm not about to do this.
What's the second question, Glock?
What was the second one?
With 5 people want to leave in the club, that's funny.
Oh, it wasn't even that serious. I don't know if everybody's gonna pick Karen, but just who would you like to have a sit down with if you had to have a sit down dinner
and not get frustrated?
Hour-long conversation that you enjoyed. Honestly, it could be who you want to sit down and cuss out. Like who would you
Giselle
sit down with?
Giselle.
I think I would enjoy Karen or Monique.
I would hang out with Karen, but Giselle, I'll get together. I would just invite her to lunch and just
so you can get her together.
Yeah, because she's annoying.
Honestly,
nobody is reading her.
Wendy, you know, I would want to be around Wendy. Like I would want to.
I would like to have political conversations with Wendy.
I don't know. For me, I'm not yet because I haven't made up my mind fully yet on Wendy. I can't pick her for anything because I don't know her. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't had a proper feel of her yet.
Mm-hmm.
Too green.
I would like to talk politics with Wendy.
I want to know more about her culture. I want her to make me something to eat.
You always want some food.
Yeah.
I would talk to Karen because I'm sure she has like a lot of wisdom in her. I think Karen does. Like,
she would have a baby with her.
I mean, she gotta have some kind of wisdom. I don't even think I can even form a sentence for Robin because what can Robin tell me? Nothing. Exactly. She can't tell about no parenting skills, nothing.
Nothing. Relationships.
Nothing.
Selling a house, nothing.
Nothing.
You know, she was the whole 30 grand. So yeah.
Candace, nothing.
Mm-mm.
Ashley, I would laugh on Ashley's face. So
Ashley will tell you how to get a sugar daddy.
That man is decrepit. He look like the damn Crypt Keeper. There is no way in hell. No, that's disgusting.
Somebody named Charisse. I like that name.
Charisse?
Somebody named Charisse just sent me a cash up as well.
Reese.
And they title it For Your Next Blunt. I love you guys.
Oh my god!
But if I could, I would bring Charisse back because, like,
I liked her. I
liked her personality. I like how she mixed in with the girls, and a lot of them stepped down to her sometimes. And a lot of them looked up to her in some ways too. Like she seemed like the only one that actually did charity events and yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Question on her. I mean, was her situation that bad that she had to be removed from the show? I'm not understanding why she had to be removed from the show.
I don't know. Do you
what happened?
Over her? Or do you think
somebody threw some? Did Charisse throw somebody under the bus? Somebody threw Charisse under the bus on one of the reunions. I forgot. And I thought she was never on the show again. I think Charisse took the fall for Candace last time.
Not Candace. That whole thing with bringing Giselle's man's ex-wife or something.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think that was just it. Like
I just think they probably didn't like her.
Because Charisse brought Giselle's ex. Is it Giselle's ex's? Yeah, Giselle's.
No, it was Giselle's current boyfriend, ex-wife.
Yeah, that's right. Ex-boyfriend's ex-wife.
She was at a charity event.
Either, so it's like, why would you even hurt over that? Like,
She had
wanted
like they
to
were
meet
best
that
friends
guy.
and they weren't. So I
I
have no
mean, but did
idea.
that warrant her not being on the show? This is what I'm not understanding, because if that's how it ended, wouldn't have been perfect for her to come back so that they could have squashed that properly.
But that's what led into the whole Charisse making up the rumor about Monique having an affair on her husband. So I don't know if that got too messy that they had to choose. Yeah, like I don't know if Monique was like completely done with filming, because you see Charisse pop up. Like she was it the first or second episode this season?
Yeah.
She pop up. So like when they pop up, like they were probably filming during that season, and production decided not to put her in. Like so, Charisse was probably around, and production decided like, no, Charisse.
That's how they said it.
The rumors that she was spreading about.
What did Laka say?
Thank you, Kamiko, for the cash app while Alaka's frozen.
Yo, Alaka, now she frozen? What?
Whole dungeon situation like Housewives.
Alaka is breaking up when you speak.
Am I breaking up? Hang on.
Yeah,
now we can hear you.
It says Charisse wasn't removed.
Yeah, I literally just looked at my internet bar. It's going up and down. It's fluctuating. Yeah, I was saying that I think they do not want a repeat of what happened in the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think they like the whole dungeon situation. So I think maybe the situation was really bad that they did not want to have to go through what they went through with Atlanta Housewives. Maybe.
Let me shut up. I don't even think Candy was that really distraught over the whole dungeon thing, because she made thousands and millions of dollars off of it. So if you that distraught, there's no way in hell I'm gonna turn it around and be like, oh my God, I'm crying on the show, and then next thing you know, I'm going on a tour with like whatever state she went to, and we performing in the imaginary dungeon that was supposed to be in my house. So,
and she's done a whole tour of that, isn't it? And she's done it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, so I don't think it really hurt her like that. I think that's just part of the show. It's so fake.
So do you think that maybe another reason is maybe Charisse, you know how like the divorce situation, there was an issue with assets as well with her divorce, if I recall. And do you think maybe it happened in a very similar, not exactly the same, but similar fashion that it did with Sheree, ironically sounding very similar?
I thought her husband was cool. He just didn't want to be with her.
It had a big dent on her finances and she couldn't keep up with the Joneses.
No, I don't think so. Because remember, her husband, they would go between Jersey and where they were living in Potomac. But her husband is not that he was mean to her. He just didn't want to be with her. Like she still, I remember her saying she still had access to all the money and everything. He just didn't want her ass.
For how long though? Like maybe I think after the divorce or something, maybe something happened, because I think there was talk about her losing some of her money or something.
You got a girlfriend. She sold the house.
That's what, I'm saying she didn't lose no money. He moved on, and that's like, of course, she was shocked by it. So maybe I think it was more of her ego and her pride. Like, dang, not only is he traveling back and forth, I'm raising the kids basically as a single parent, and now he just like legit don't want me, but he still give her access to everything. So, I mean, it's a slap in the face. You look up, he has a whole girlfriend.
So wouldn't that make for a decent storyline for her to tell her story?
That's embarrassing. I guess she didn't want to do it.
Unless she doesn't want to be embarrassed, but at the same time, she knows she's in a show where secrets are constantly being revealed and they want you to really show a part of your life. So if she's acting thirsty now and trying to get back on the show, because that's what's been spoken of as well, then why should she just not stick around then?
I don't think she's trying to get on the show, though.
I feel like Monique said that she sent her cease and desist on the live, too.
That's all they do on this show.
They do that all the time.
Everybody get a damn cease and desist.
Everybody. Y'all send out these letters all the time.
It doesn't make any sense. When I'm so silly when I see the things, and they be like, especially for Atlanta, and they say it's like, oh, such and such sent me a cease and desist. Why are the only people I think of that was like writing all these letters and putting everything up for the cease and desist is Phaedra and Eva husband? I'm like, I wonder who hired Michael or who hired Phaedra to do these cease and desist, because I always think it's them two doing it. I don't ever think of anybody else, and I'm sure there's a ton of lawyers in Atlanta, but those are the only two people I think of when it comes to mind when they think of the cease and desist thing.
it's fascinating to me that they all seem to use the same lawyers, the same therapists, the same the same party planners, the same. I'm like, if you guys technically, not all of you, you don't know each other from Adam outside of cameras filming. So really and truly, you wouldn't be in real life using a referral from someone who you hardly know. You would rather use a referral, be it a party planner or a lawyer or whatever, from someone who actually is in your actual real life circle, because they would advise you to get the correct lawyer, correct? So I find it very, very odd that they seek out the same, therapists, the same doctors, even all the way to OBYGN, or whatever they call them. You guys, we just call them GPs and midwives, but like OBYGN, what do you guys call them?
OBGYN.
That's it. They use the same people over and over and over again, and I'm always baffled by that. Like, surely your circle is not that small. Do you think
I think they're doing it for free? I think they're doing it for free.
For publicity?
Yeah, they're doing it. Yeah, I do believe that. I do. Because Eva acts like her husband is like the next Johnny Cochran, which he's not. So I think it's for free. I think they do it for publicity, and they do all that cease and desist stuff for free. Because if you think about it, the cases they have are very silly. They're not like something that
they probably do that. Pro bono.
They're not just going to take a whole bunch of hours out of their day to do.
Michael did say that he did pro bono for Portia's man when he came to.
But I thought that was like a patient, not patient. I'm thinking of my world. I thought that was like a confidentiality agreement or something. You can't say stuff like that.
You would think, right? Like he would not.
That's confusing. Like, is he a real lawyer or is he a paralegal?
Mm-hmm. Everyone literally uses Dr. Jackie. And like, it's only OBYN.
Why are you laughing?
Dude, that's funny as hell. Everybody in Atlanta be using Dr. Jackie.
Everybody
uses Dr. Jackie.
Dr. Simone is right next door. Why don't you go to her as well? Like, it's so bizarre to me. I find that so odd. I'm like, okay, even if it's being contracted, I mean, some of this stuff is really personal stuff. I wouldn't want to go to someone that's just contracted by the television. I'm sorry, it's not happening. It's not happening, especially serious stuff that's gonna affect my entire life. Hey, no, thank you.
I don't know. That's weird. I don't know why they all keep recycling the same people. For what? And then none of the stuff really gets solved. Does anybody notice that?
Nothing ever gets solved. Do you remember the lawyer that he had with Greg when they got divorced? That's the lawyer that I think 3 other housewives used afterwards.
Well, Nene said she told Portia to use that lawyer.
I remember
Portia was divorced of her husband. But I don't even believe Nene divorced Greg. I think she just made him sleep in another house or in an attic or another bedroom until they got back together. And I do not believe they got divorced. I don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Remember, she was dating an Italian man. I don't believe that stuff was real. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's all fake.
Italian man buying her the Louboutins and everything.
Yeah, and the Rolex and all that. That's weird. He looked like a weirdo.
Do you think? He seemed okay to me. I mean, he's Italian. They like that. So
he looked like a weirdo. I didn't believe it. Now that storyline I didn't buy, so I didn't believe. So that's that.
Oh, Kamiko just said the conversation feels like deja vu. You feel like we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, probably. But it was a good show. It was way better than last week, so I'm happy.
It was weird. How do I find Dr. Jackie's reviews?
She do those girls in the hood. What?
How do I find her reviews?
I'm sure
if you go to
Advisor or something, or doctors, just
you can look up Dr. Jackie under her. What's Dr. Jackie's last name?
Walters.
What?
Walters.
Really?
Jacqueline Walters. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And normally,
Jacqueline.
You call them doctor. I always thought you named the doctor. You would say doctor and then their surname as opposed to their first name.
Oh no, we got first and last. I didn't know she did Girls in the Hood, but okay. But they got to see a doctor too.
Girls in the Hood, so wrong.
Anyway, we'll find that somewhere else.
Right.
Well, I did think it was a good show. It was better than some.
Oh, her reviews are bad.
You're looking at her reviews?
Yeah. I'll send them to
Have you
you.
found them?
Where?
Yeah. But I went to Comprehensive Women's. Wait, I'm going to read it. This had 1 star. How you get 1 star for a doctor? What type of shit?
Damn. Come on.
Dang. People like, do not go there in all caps. Wow. And then the people putting what they went to the doctor for. People are so weird. I'm gonna send them to you. I don't know. I'll send them to you, but I'm gonna go. I gotta go work in the morning.
It's a mess.
Tomorrow's Monday. You know, I keep forgetting that tomorrow. Oh, we've got bank holiday, so we were right.
What day?
What holiday
Bank
is it?
holiday. It's a holiday.
What is that? Bank holiday.
What holiday
Bank
is it?
holiday Monday. We have like these bank holiday Mondays throughout the year. So we're now in August. So tomorrow is actually going to be the last bank holiday of the year.
Oh.
Until next year, basically. So we normally have. I've actually never known why. I'm just happy that they're there.
I'm done.
Basically, bank holidays is a lot of, not all shops are closed. They're open, but they tend to close like a lot earlier than they're scheduled. And then also like if you are normally working on a bank holiday, you get time and a half. You get paid double pay, yeah, because it's a holiday.
I like days like that.
Actual banks are closed. All banks, a lot of corporate businesses are completely closed on bank holiday Monday. So that's what I know, but that's what I know it to be, bank holiday Monday. So yeah, the schedule kind of changes for everybody. Today, tomorrow, yeah, actually, technically today now for me is the last bank holiday of the year until next year.
How many do you have a year?
Let's see. I think we have about maybe 6. Hang on. Let me see how many.
Oh, we don't have shit like that here. Good night, Kamiko.
How many bank holidays?
Really?
We've got 8.
Damn, why we don't have stuff like that here?
We live in the US.
We've got 8 bank holidays, and then there's other holidays as well, you know, like during Easter time and things like that, like literally Sundays, the whole weekend, Good Friday, from Friday all the way throughout. So that's Easter, the whole Easter weekend. Christmas time, on Christmas time, even transport is locked down. Like if you go to someone's house and you don't have a car, you have to know that you either be willing to pay Uber double the price to go back home. Otherwise, there's no public transport or anything running on Christmas Day. Everything is closed. Everything gets closed. What do you guys do on Christmas Day? Don't they close everything down?
Yeah, we celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve.
But on Christmas Day,
we do in my family. We celebrate on Christmas Eve.
But is public transport still running on Christmas Day?
Oh, I don't know. I live in Florida. Probably not.
I don't know either.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
I with my family that day.
But good.
All right, well, guys. Well, good night.
All right. Thank you, Glock. Another great show, Glock. Great review.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
Good night, Ilaka.
I'm not gonna hang up on you guys.
I was waiting to see who you was.
I'm not gonna kick you guys out. I'm just gonna let you guys.
I'm gonna keep myself out. I'm gonna keep myself. Have a good night.
It is very tempting, though. It is very tempting.
Really? She's gone. She hung up on herself. I'm done. Bye, Glock. You guys have a good night.
I stumbled on this chat. It has been interesting.
Subscribe, Sonia.
Thank you.
Like the chat. Subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe if you are interested. It's gonna get better. It's always gonna be better because, you know, I'm gonna be coherent next time. I'm gonna be awake. Kai, you're still here. Like, why are you?
I thought you was gonna hang up on me.
Yeah, I know. Why do you want me to do that?
I'm about to hang.
Yeah, so I don't know why I can't just hang up and not laugh. But yes, it has been another great show. That show and this show, I think. Thank you everybody who has joined. I appreciate you all. let me go over the Cashapp again because I just got another one, and I want to say thank you to everybody that sent me one. Hold on, load. Thank you, Kamiko. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Sharice. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Kaya, and thank you all of you. Yeah, next week we're gonna talk about Michael touching boys again in the club. That's gonna be a good one. Yes, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this chat. You know, all the information is right down there. It's been another one. Oh, and I got like a little, outro to show you guys too. We out here. Thank you, Michael. That's dope as hell, right? One of the Glockers made that. Good night.